Third dimension is when you realize that you're more than just a body. Third dimension is the 3D reality of a vessel, a container that comes through. And when you realize that you are a body withholding a spirit form. People won't like that, but hey, whatever. When you can see past the reality, again, Ace of Swords. So third dimension basically is when you realize that you are here as a physical being, but you in-house a spirit. And some of us actually can do more than one spirit. Ace of Swords again. So yeah, apparently this is all just truth. So, but yeah. So basically, it's so funny because I keep thinking about Dolores Cannon, the third dimension into the fourth dimension. So first dimension basically is childhood, what you're born with, what you I want to say embedded with, but I guess that would be right, embedded, if you believe in reincarnation and whatever. And the Hierophant. It's about institutions. Well, yeah, based upon whatever institution you're brought up in. It doesn't even have to be. It doesn't have to be religious. Most of us go to religion after trauma, loss, and stuff like that. Damn, the Hierophant coming out again. Anyway, but yeah, so the third dimension basically is incorporation of the first dimension. When you think you can't do anything, you read everything the way it's written. Kind of like when the freaking teachers tell you what you're supposed to believe, or you have to, or how you're supposed to perceive it. And like I said, in great classrooms and stuff like that, that would be right. But yeah, so the second dimension is being brought out of your comfort zone. And that could be anything. That could be loss of a job, loss of a parent, loss of a child, loss of your freaking marbles and trying to get them back. And third dimension basically goes into realizing, hey, I have a body, I have a form, but I embody something greater than me. If you believe in higher dimensions, you have to believe in greater than you. So you can tap into different multiple dimensions, parallel universes, and stuff like that. And you can actually manifest the life of your dreams. You could be that Ace of Pentacles and create something that you want to be. No one stops you but yourself. And I guess what clicks you hang out with. So yeah, that's the third dimension, is realizing that you are a spiritual body within a body form. The first dimension is when you're brought up as a child based upon whatever your family, social economics, wherever, whatever. That's the first dimension. Second dimension is when you're brought out of that little bubble, loss, addiction, going to college, everything like that. That's being brought out. Can you help to make my... Oh, thank you. I can help, I guess. I don't know. What does that say, Sophia? Hey, Sophia. So yeah, just wanted to let you all know that the dimensions, first dimension basically is what we're born with. What our parents, teachers, and everything teach us. You have to learn your ABCs, how to read, how to write, all that stuff. That is the first dimension. Second dimension is when a change of life happens. It could be a loss, it could be a change of job, it could be moving. So when your stable environment gets a little shaky. Well, right now, the whole world is shaking. How old am I? I'm about 13 million years old. At least my soul is. I'm 54. Just kidding. I look pretty good for 13 million years old. I try to strive for that. But yeah. So thanks for y'all showing up. Thanks for the like. I do appreciate it. I like decoding things. After everything I had gone through, I scroll. And when I see something that I know and I'm like, aha, I know that, I have to break it down for people to understand reality. So once you get to despair and stuff like that, I chose to get into quantum physics, paranormal psychology, and esoteric. And well, I figured I'd bring it on to y'all and try to bring it into kind of an understanding where people can understand the reality. Because right now, our world in a lot of Three of Swords, there's pain, trauma, loss. And I figured, this one I get. This one I've been writing about actually for freaking years. And finally, someone came across it, and I'm like, wait, that's everything I've been talking about is quantum physics. I even have a chart that will break down for psychic mediums, remote viewers, of what dimensions you guys are channeling. I broke that down and I will put it in my posts on my community board. I will do that for you guys. I broke that all down. The Ace of Cups because you know what? That's about love. It's about harmony. It's about bringing reality in the world into one, and you know, hopefully get over the crap of this earth right now because you know, whatever. You guys watch Dobsonian on 27th of June. They're watching some NCD NCD what is it, asteroid or something like that. It's supposed to make its final. It's supposed to be close to freaking Earth on June 27th, which was my late mother's birthday. So I thought it was pretty ironic. I'm like, I think those are spaceships. I watched the thing go. There were 4 or 5 different like things, and then one of them went backwards. I'm like, how could no gun go backwards? No one even said anything. 6 of Swords. Recover the business. Oh, so yeah, I was talking about travel. Yep. So who knows? We might get a visitor. Anyway, I will be back. I'm going to, this was the third dimension, and like Dolores Cannon said, we're going to be splitting between the third dimension and the fourth dimension. I think I have the understanding for it. So come on back. I'll be back in a few minutes, and I will unravel with you guys the fourth dimension. That was interesting. I think I just saw an orb. Anywho, thanks for showing up, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be back in a few more minutes. Ooh, the Emperor. We have an Aries in the house. Hello, Jonathan. Bye. Jonathan.